Hello to my Aquarius. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. All right, Aquarius. All right, let's see what's in your cards. Let's see what's in your cards. Hopefully, you all are having a great day today, or at least keeping your vibrations high. Hopefully, you're keeping your vibrations high wherever you are. Talking to you wherever Aquarius is in your birth chart. It's a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. If you're interested in any personal reading, my information is down below in the description. So close out the cycle in love. So you're closing out a cycle in love, right? Move from your heart chakra. So you're closing out a cycle in love. So you rule 11th house. 11th house is all about friendships, community, goals, hopes, wishes, awareness, humanitarianism, technology, the future, right? So somebody is considering their future. The opposite of love is hate. So the energy I'm picking up already is if you were operating in the physical realm and not in the spiritual realm, remember the heart chakra, which you operate from, is a gateway, right? Between the spirit and the physical realm. And if you were operating in the physical realm, that lets me know ahead of time, if I would lay out the cards, if something was done that could literally cause you to hate, right? And to respond with hate. But source is telling somebody to close out the cycle in love, right? But you're yielding to source, the creator source. All right. So let me see what's going on here. So let's get an angel number here. Let's get an angel number here. So make sure you pull your birth chart. Make sure you know what your moon sign is. We're in a new moon. New moon is about rebirths, right? New moon is about rebirths, right? So a death has to occur in order for a rebirth to happen, right? So that means seeds being planted, right? So what mindset shift do you need to attract lasting financial security, right? So there's nothing wrong with money because you are money, just knowing your self-worth. But there are plenty of people out here that don't know their worth. They don't know their value. And other people have determined that for them, right? So some of your loved ones, what did they have to go through in order to gain the love of other people, right? And so this is about the duality. I mean, we had a new moon in Gemini. That's duality, the light and dark side of energies, right? So you're choosing to not only be enlightened, but to operate in a spirit of love. Okay, so yeah, 844 safe. So stay focused. Something having to do with fire, and two energies that felt like something was their way or the highway, right? As far as you and someone, and they wanted to do a destiny swap. Remember, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. There are two types of energies, not just two energies, but two types of energies. These karmic couples, right? 8 is a karmic number. So it didn't take them much. It did not take much because they operate in the physical realm. So they're not operating from a spirit of love. Okay, they're not operating from just hate. So when we talk about the eighth house, Scorpio rules eighth house. Eighth house is about sexuality, death, transformation, shared finances, inheritance, loans, the occult, mystery, intimacy. So if you're already operating from a spirit of hate, right? Any of those things that I just mentioned could cause someone to take an impulsive action, and two people took impulsive action, um, and try to karmically link you and someone into an impulsive action. Two energies took, right? But some people didn't realize that you and somebody are prayer warriors, right? Prayer warriors. That's how you all are connected, as prayer warriors. So let's get into it. So you're closing out a cycle in love, closing out a cycle in love. And so we see safe. Feel safe. Feel secure in the divine. Your angels want you to feel secure and safe in their watchful presence. You've been given an abundance of blessings recently. See these blessings and count them. As you do, say a prayer to the angels for gifting them to you. No blessing is too small to count. So get out and get some sun, right? Something has come to light. Get out and get some sun. You're surrounded by spirit guides. Something has come to light that was meant to throw you off focus. So two types of energies, one succumb to passive and powerless behavior, the other one egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. In other words, do anything for money, would bully anybody for money. Anybody they felt like was less than them and they could get away with bullying somebody for money, source is saying. And you're praying for someone's strength. You're praying for someone's strength, right? But somebody saw your meekness is a weakness. 8 is Leo's card in tarot. But if you really, really dive into tarot, it's the Justice card. I mean, if you really know, I mean, if you've been really studying tarot, it's the Justice card. The numbers are sort of flipped. So there was an injustice done behind your back by these two energies in the spirit realm, in the physical and in the spirit realm, right? So let's get to your reading. Let's get to your reading. To someone who was trying to stay focused, someone who was inspired, and someone who was trying to stay focused. So you're praying for someone's strength, mental and physical strength. Let's see. Let's see which card we're going to. So this is so these two energies absolutely want to break someone's spirit. So break a chain, like meaning break a cycle, like literally break someone. By telling them that they felt safe, they had their back. This was a lie. So that's what the lie is, and that's what the secret is being exposed. Is that they told? I already looking at the card before I even pulled this. I'm getting this from the Oracle card before I even pulled out Ancestors cards. Two people told somebody. It's the two types of energies. These are karmic couples. Couples could be brothers and sisters. It could be two sisters. It could be two brothers. It could be husband and wife. It could be partners. Two people. Okay, two. We're talking about duality. This is the moon in Gemini, and so things are being exposed about people who view you as their secret enemy and them doing things behind your back, whether in the spirit realm, legally or illegally. Something illegal was done here, or in the physical realm, or both could have been done. Right? Somebody's demon is pride. Right? Somebody thought something was all fun and games. They thought it was fun and games, right? They have a very prideful spirit, thought something was fun and games to put somebody into their karmic cycle. So first, red flag, pray and meditate. So when you get a feeling about something, you're healing from the pain that they caused, right? Yep, you're healing from the pain that these energies caused. They thought something was funny. To dim someone's light and trying to get to their 11th house to mess up someone's future. They thought it was all fun and games to do that. But again, you are a prayer warrior. So prayer warriors will get downloads whatever time of the day. It doesn't matter. It would like you're being led by spirit. You have a lot of spirit guides around you. That's why Social saying feel safe, feel secure in the divine. So you can feel like, okay, you were headed in one direction, but it could seem like you're being detoured in another direction. So that's why I would say don't complain if you feel like, okay, there's traffic, or you feel like somebody, there's yellow cones out there like detouring you to go in another direction, because source is rerouting you somewhere else for a reason. So you can feel safe, but some people thought some stuff would be funny and something wasn't funny at all. It wasn't funny at all. So again, you're closing out the cycle in love, and you're not choosing hate. Yeah, like I said, Archangel Michael is with you, the dispenser of justice. So get focused. Get focused. If somebody has a lot of hate in their heart, you are who they prayed for. So somebody prayed for you as a prayer warrior. Somebody prayed to have you and somebody in their life to show the compassion. It's like somebody has so much deep hatred in their heart that it's like they hate people with compassion. Whoever these energies are, they hate people, show people any kind of compassion. So you are an answered prayer to a lot of people because you're shining a light on some things. You're shining a light on some things. So thank you, Aquarius, men and women Aquarius. Again, you all roll 11th house. And so you're so innovative and forward thinking. I'm talking about high vibrating Aquarius, obviously, because you do have some low vibrating ones out there who just focusing on just what they're getting paid. But more money is coming soon to you because some injustice was done. And somebody thought everything was all fun and games, right? But something is becoming a lot clearer to you, in terms of your gifts and your assignment here on planet Earth, right? So it's time for you to open your vault door. Step into your vault door, this next phase of your life. So somebody's getting ready to start learning more about the duality, like really learning about duality. This is somebody has to get away from this. I don't like this sign. I don't like that zodiac sign. That's third house. Come out of the third house. That would literally be like you got a mansion. Source gave you a mansion with 12 rooms in it, and you've only been in 3 rooms of that mansion. And we're talking about the spiritual realm, right? Get to all 12 houses. Learn duality, right? So your peace is paramount. Your peace is paramount. Somebody regrets lying to you about something, right? You deserve the best. You deserve the best. Yeah. New love awaits. This would have been somebody that you dated or in a relationship with or whatever, but do the mirror work. Somebody lied to you about something. Somebody has pure hate in their heart. Pure hate. These two energies have pure hate in their heart. These two types of energies. But it's something that they were doing in secret. So they have secrets that have been uncovered, not just something that, and something source is coming to you. It would be like, okay, let me give somebody an example. It would be like somebody that you may have dated that said that like you're single, they're single. So you're not messing with somebody's husband, you're not messing with somebody's wife, they don't have a girlfriend, they don't have a boyfriend, whatever. You're single, free and single, they free and single, right? But they live in a secret lifestyle that you are, if even if you were, whatever, but they're not saying it for whatever reason. But they hate that part of themselves so much. It's like for them, when they get mad, it's like this fire shut up in their bones, but they use it for evil, to bully people, to harass people, to a complete and total abuse of power. So if they felt like they could use their power to hurt anybody, look down on somebody, to hurt somebody, that's why you're saying to close out the cycle in love, because these two types of energies. I posted something on my community page. Go look it up. Go check it out. I post something on my community page. These types of energy, they're karmic couples. They're karmic couples. So it could be somebody that you dated. This is saying your new love awaits for somebody. It could be somebody that you dated that didn't tell you that they were in a relationship with somebody else, and they plotting and planning. They've been plotting and planning the whole time. You don't need to ask why. You just need to close out the cycle, break the chain. Because these two energies were trying to break you. So you sitting around asking why would they do that? So it's saying, now that you have been enlightened about something, do not waste another ounce of your energy on these two types of energies anymore. Don't. Because their demon is pride. They're not, these types of energies would never apologize to you for what they did because they haven't resolved something within them. So they haven't come out of the physical realm yet. So the spiritual realm for them, it's like it's they still gatekeep secrets. You enlighten people. Y'all are not on the same frequency. So no matter how much you say, they broke your heart, they hurt you, you're disappointed. It does. You talk. It's like you're literally talking to a brick wall. Save your breath. Close out the cycle and move on. Close out the cycle. Close out the cycle. Like I said, close out the cycle in love. That's why I post the information that I post. When it comes to me, I'm like, okay, this must be for somebody. It could be for me, you, whomever. Enlighten people. Don't just sit on information. If you got information that can help somebody, You never know. If Source is putting it on your heart to enlighten somebody, that's the whole purpose of you having gone through dark times to be enlightened. That's what this right here, this yellow, is like the yellow of the sun, right? So that you can be enlightened about some things, not to sit on the information like, well, they don't apply to me. I don't know. They didn't resonate with me. So I guess I'm going to keep my mouth closed. Okay, next question. If it doesn't resonate with you, Source, why did I have that thought? Why did I have that dream? Who was this supposed to be for? Is it a message that I'm supposed to deliver to somebody? Am I supposed to bring up something? Am I supposed to say something? Yeah, you're light high priestess. Yeah, somebody saw you as competition because they're still on the dark side. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to do the work because their demon is pride. So that would put them in high priestess in reverse. They saw you as competition. So them apologizing to you, somebody better know the difference between a light high priestess and a dark high priestess. They got to get so familiar with stuff that they got to do stuff to hurt somebody that you love, like physically hurt somebody that you love because they're not familiar with how you know certain things. As if hurting somebody that you love is going to make them say it with something they don't even know. That could, for some of you all, could be a teacher taking out something on your kids in school because they feel like they're not you trained your kids like, with in a healthy way. What goes on in the house stays in the house in a healthy way. Y'all know what I'm saying. But the teacher trying to find out, oh, your mom and dad together or whatever, is it, what's going on, and you're like, well, your kids just kind of sort of clam up, so all of a sudden they get a bad grade in school. Somebody needs to wake up and learn how to, okay, you've been enlightened about something, right? You've been enlightened about something. So feel secure in the divine. You're closing out a cycle in love. You're definitely a light high priestess. That somebody saw you as competition and you've been enlightening people, and people have been like, wow, about what people will do for money. Here's a 9 of Pentacles. Again, money itself is not evil, it's not demonic. You can have all the houses and cars you want. I mean, you got one body. How many cars can you drive? How many houses can you live in? You can travel as much as you want. That's not the point. But when you sacrificing energies in secret, so it's saying that's the problem. The sacrificing people in secret. Instead of saying your ancestors made enough sacrifices for you to have these things, you worked hard to be financially independent. And that right there could just mean that you have enough to pay your bills and you're at peace. Financial independence does not mean like material rich. Does not mean that always. Something was overwhelming for someone, but it was overwhelming for you and your dreams. So something about you having dreams about something. You first of all, Source needs you to get outside. That's first and foremost. You need to get outside and do some grounding. That's why the Earth card came up first. Somebody needs to get outside and do some grounding. Go buy a tree, plant some seeds. The Source is trying to help you live a softer life. Once you realize that people are in a karmic relationship, they're secretly in a karmic relationship. Whether Source reroutes your car and rolls you around a backside of a street, and you happen to see somebody coming out the house, and you're like, well, wait a minute, does that look like your house? Like I saw something on Instagram the other day where this woman put a tracker on her significant other's car and found out what a car was, right? So Source is trying to help somebody like learn how to live a softer life. Don't be like these energies operating in the spirit of hate, combative, angry, frustrated. You focus on the 11th house, your future. Focus on your future. Focus on your future. In your meekness, somebody said you're going to let God fight your battle, and that's exactly what Source did against these two types of energies. These karmic couples, they like to come across as, one likes to come across as meek and mild, the other one likes to come across like they're in survival mode. But these two energies, like I said before, when it comes to money, for them, that's where the line is drawn. When you're wealthy in spiritual gifts, these energies are on the dark side. When they feel like somebody is blocking their money in some way, shape, form, or fashion, it may not even be, it's not you, because it's the energy they're putting out. It's their pride that's blocking whatever it is. They think it's you. You minding your business, but it's their pride that's blocking it. So that's why more money is coming across your path soon. Somebody really thinks that you are the one, the reason for their money being blocked, and you have nothing to do with their money being blocked. You just learn how to close out cycles in love and not close out cycles in hate. There it is. During your solar return. These energies wanted a full-on fist fight rolling around in the dirt, police being called, cars in red and blue outside. They wanted all the handcuffs going. I mean, just love attention. Like to be the center of attention. They want to hear this, Aquarius. So keep your vibrations high. Like I said, transmute all that negative energy into positivity. Anytime you deal with people, they say, oh, like those shows. That's what they had those shows for. Somebody caught somebody doing something, and that's they got the cameras in the face and the lights flashing and the people with the cameras behind them and all of this craziness going on. So it's saying learn how to, when you feel like you have a belief about something, you're like, I have a belief about something, and something happens, somebody's overwhelmed or whatever, had a dream about something or whatever. Source is saying, or you believe that you're going to be financially independent one day or something, or whatever the case may be. Source is saying to you, some people thought that you may have been lying about something, or maybe that you thought you were overwhelmed, or that you was crazy, they didn't believe something. But people are starting to believe your gifts now. People are starting to believe your gifts now. So remain in, like I said, trusting source. Remain in trusting source. Because them talking about it, being shady about your gifts, cause a bigger problem, cause more overwhelm for people. Them being shady, jumping to conclude, thinking everything is funny, it's all a game. It causes more of a problem for someone during your solar return. But something is now closed out because, again, of your gifts. So, but in hindsight, this is you and somebody walking away from something. In hindsight, somebody's looking back and just saying, okay, you tossing something into a burning bowl. These energies, like I said, these energies were watching every little thing that somebody was doing, like literally through binoculars. See these this 8 right here, watching somebody through binoculars, right? Copying everything that you're doing on your computer, like literally copying everything, and how, because they were getting familiar with how you operate, because 8 connects us with a karmic number, right? But it also connects us with death, rebirth, to phase you and someone out their way. It was their way, the way they wanted to phase you and someone out, right? So in hindsight, somebody may have felt like, okay, maybe you should not have used a burning bowl. In hindsight, not to say that you can't use a burning bowl. Maybe somebody wants to do it like in the privacy of your home or whatever the case may be. So, but some energies had binoculars watching every little thing that you're doing, talking, recording everything that you're doing. So source is saying to you, but here we have, and then celebrating what they were copying. Because something was their way or the highway. Somebody, their way, the highway. Just steadily being shady, steadily doing shady deeds. So again, somebody regrets lying to you about something because it cost them. Their demons in lying to you about something cost them dearly. Whoever it was that lied to you about something, they may have said they were okay, they were safe, they got something under control. They may have told you that they were safe and they got something under control, that they, was strong enough to handle whatever, was going on. But that was a lie, that they weren't. So you, Aquarius, may have prayed about something as a prayer warrior and say, okay, even if they are, you're just going to still go into prayer mode anyway. But in hindsight, somebody is going to stop spending money with energies who, are shady about stuff, that you can who are familiar with energies who are, like I said before, um, certain communities, where that they're connected with certain communities, they tied in with certain communities, because it's just been, something has been a nightmare for you. Something has been a complete nightmare for you and someone else. So Everybody has enough information right now as to who is dark wolf, who is light wolf, who has evil intentions and who has pure intentions. Everybody has enough information at this point. And again, we're talking about the some energies that saw you as competition. Some energies that saw you as competition. But something is closed out. Yeah. So keep your vibrations high. It's the 7 of Cups here. 7. It's closure. This snake right here, for some will be seen as like the devil, the enemy. Right, but somebody also had a Kundalini experience in an awakening. Right. So here we have the 7 of Cups here. So someone tried a lot of things, copying a lot of everything that you were doing. Just like, okay, let me try this, let me try this, let me try this, let me try this, let me try this. And you finally said, okay, let me move on from something, because these energies are everything that you did, everything that you created, they were copying everything until you finally said, okay, you had a Kundalini experience, you woke up to something. So it could be like your neighbors, you buy a new car, they go buy a new car, same thing. You buy a new lawnmower, they buy the same brand. Like what at first you think it's something innocent, right? So, but something about your clarity, somebody has gained clarity on copycat energies and just how they operate and how dangerous they are. This is like the movie Single White Female or Single Black Female, how dangerous they are during Saturn returns. During Saturn returns. And how much of a nightmare they can cause you and your loved ones, right? So as soon as you move away, right, and you start feeling those aches in your body, your pangs and aches in your body, those, yeah, so your body was giving you some kind of indicator. All of this water right here, of the like somebody had a lot of, you could have ancestrally been carrying a lot of emotions from your ancestors, like, right, and just carrying a lot of weight, like in this area right here, right, like something was about to drop. Like, okay, somebody had a feeling that something was about to drop, right? But somebody saw you as competition, meaning that they wanted to, the secret, um, some kind of secret was exposed, some kind of something was brought to the light with these two energies, two types of karmic couples. Yeah, they like I said, doing something shady. They found out something and went right on back to clapping and cheering like nothing ever happened. Here we have the Empress card right here. Yeah. Because something inside of them was just growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. But again, somebody's into dark moon magic. That's not everybody. Just so we're crystal clear. Not everybody. But yeah, so I'll put some information on my community page for you all to take a look at. But you're closing out a cycle in love. Closing out a cycle in love. Something was so overwhelming for this energy here. They were literally trying to break you and someone. Break you all. So if you're a parent, or if it was you and your parents, or you and your kids, or whatever, trying to break you all, and that was the secret behind something that was exposed. So source is saying it wasn't just for them; it was just a transaction. It was just a financial transaction, right? So right now, people have full working knowledge of who's behind what, who was doing everything. That's why when you become enlightened about things, somebody needs to speak up. If it's just a transaction for you, you're throwing yourself into a karmic cycle, and guess what? It's going to happen to whoever you're connected to. Let me see. It could, not say that it would, but it could, because we're not each other's gods, so we can't determine. But that energy. So be careful. Be careful. Like I said, learn how to transmute that energy into, because this right here, you can be rich in the spirit realm. I'm telling you, you can be very wealthy in the spirit realm. Somebody can be very wealthy in the spirit realm, and somebody can be jealous of that. Every part of your body. That's why when I talk about the moon phases, I said it affects this part of your body. So when it's in Taurus And when the moon is in Taurus, it reminds us, get out in the earth. You're rich in this beautiful earth. It's ruled by Venus. That's everywhere. Art, music, aesthetics. Like you can find beauty in every place you go, in the physical, but also in the spirit realm. Every bird you see, every fly you see, every insect, mammal you see is sending you a message. That's why on my TikTok page and on my Instagram page, I post those animals and I post the spiritual meaning of them to help people. This could be a sign for something, not just aesthetically pleasing, like, oh, okay, she just posted a picture of something. No, it's cute. No, it could be a sign for you for something. That's what I put the message down there for. So it's saying you are rich in knowledge, like in terms of enlightening people. You're a loner. Somebody is a lone wolf. And so people were basically like looking at you, like meaning that when you catch wind of something as an air sign, you catch wind. This is a high vibrating Aquarius. When you catch wind, because there's low vibrating Aquarius out here too, they'll just take the money and run. They don't care. They're like, I don't care. The demons of money have just taken over. They got bills to pay. They could care less. They find any reason if something in them has been exposed that they don't want to get out. So it's just like they will find any reason to hate you, any reason to hate you. And if it's the almighty, whatever the currency is in their country to do it, they will pridefully take it and be like, okay, that's just a transaction for them and take it. So it's trying to teach you how to so some kind of a you're somebody has a you have some new feelings about some things, right? So here we have and learn in terms of like protecting you and somebody protecting your your spiritual sight, right? Like your third eye, really protecting your third eye, your pineal gland, right? Your pineal gland from energies who um, try to use things against people. Here we had the Four of Swords. So here we had so I feel like you're retreating, you're relaxing in solitude and getting some rest. You should be getting rest anyway because there's new moon energy here, new moon energy. But I feel like you will be getting some rest. I feel like you'll be getting some rest. Finally be getting some rest, right? Here we have Knight of Wands here. Yeah, so you're free from whatever rumors people were trying to put out you, because people were talking about you behind your back saying that you're just this garden tool. I'm talking to men and women, that you're this garden tool. You and somebody just this garden tool. Y'all out here just doing whatever. So here we had a Ten of Cups here. Yep. So something has I feel like you with Ten of Cups like the end of something. So I just feel like you're fulfilled. You have this inner happiness with you. And I feel like your dreams are coming true, or they have come true. I feel like you've met whatever dream you set out for, like whatever dream you set out for. Let's say, for instance, people assume they know what your dream is. Like somebody may say, oh, I already know why this person started working for this organization. They had aspirations of always being the CEO or COO of that organization. Maybe as a child, your aspiration was to go work for an organization like that, to feel like, okay, you wanted just the security of, just feeling like, okay, you were part of a work family, and that was it. But other people, like I said, just becoming familiar, they wanted to do something their way or the highway. So in hindsight, somebody is learning how to pick up on energy vampires. You're learning how to pick up when you feel dehydrated, stressed, whatever. You learn how to pick up on that. But keep sharing your knowledge. Here we had a Ten of Swords. Keep sharing your knowledge about energies who talk about people behind their back. I mean, people are listening because some people wanted you to meet a complete and painful ending, a rock bottom, failure, collapse, defeat. Is a Knight of Cups here. So that they can look like they were saving someone, or like you needed saving from them, right? But your savior is within, right? So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So I'm seeing a lot of your wishes being fulfilled here. A lot of your wishes being fulfilled. A lot of your wishes being fulfilled is your light high priestess. These are gifts. These are spiritual gifts. Light high priestess. Yeah. But so these energies, like I said, use money for evil instead of using it for good. These energies could have helped you when you needed, when you asked for help. But somebody has a deep-seated hatred of something. They have like a secret hatred of something within themselves, right? That they haven't fulfilled. It's like this energy inside of them that just, yeah. Is make a vision board. So it's time for you to make a vision board. Start looking for like towards your future. What does that look like? Does it look like? So yeah. This is again knowing your worth and knowing your value. You catch somebody cheating, you hear somebody cheating, you're seeing somebody, whatever. Know your worth and your value. In hindsight, there you go. Also instill that in your kids. Talk to your kids about that. They feel like somebody's cheating. That's all it takes is a feeling. If they believe it, that's it. Walk away. I mean, case by case basis. Take it because somebody could be copying everything they have for a reason to phase you and somebody else out and be causing them a nightmare. It could end up in an ending for them and an ending for you financially, right? So, yeah, you're protecting what you created. So these energies, their karmic cycle, they're already in a cycle. They're already in a cycle. Their hate brought them into a karmic cycle. That's why you can choose love and transmute that energy and vibrate high. They're already in a cycle. And it's getting worse and worse and worse. I'm telling y'all, they're going down, down, down. Emotionally, they're just going down because you're vibrating so because of the and it's not, like I said, it's not a competition. Everybody has gifts. Everybody has spiritual gifts. So but see, look at this fire here. They were trying to burn something. They were trying to burn you, your spiritual gifts, and make you out to be a liar. In other words, show like not even they only familiar with you and seeing you as competition, trying to make you out to be some kind of a liar with something. Don't even know you, whoever this is. Yeah. Don't even know you. Have people under some kind of a spell. Keep saying the same thing over and over and over again under some kind of a spell. Like we just can't let this energy get away and just I mean like you're gonna expose somebody's secrets. Yeah. Ten of Cups. Like having meetings on top of meetings about you. We all gotta get together and we gotta I mean somebody invested so much time and money in creating this whole narrative around you and someone else. So here's the Ace of Baskets here. Yeah. Ace of Cups here. During your solar return. So you can look up solar return. I already talked about it before. Yeah. Literally had people in a trance walking around like they didn't know what to believe. They didn't know what was this, what was that, but something had to be brought to light. Something had to be brought to light. People started recording and watching. If you have a platform, they was watching you on platform, they learning and listening and growing and just realizing, okay, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Something is that to say all Aquarius are the same? You can't say that. You can't say all Aquarius. Your birth chart is your aura. Your aura is your unique spiritual fingerprint, right? So your birth chart is the physical part of it. Even if you're a twin or triplet, right? So you're on top of things. You're on top of things. So keep learning and keep growing, but make sure you're pouring that into your next generation and back. So if your parents don't know, share it with them. If your kids don't know, share it with them. If you don't know, make sure your kids are sharing information with you, letting you know like what's going on out here. So you're sharing the knowledge of enlightenment, enlightening people. So yeah, you become stronger and stronger and stronger and letting source fight your battles. Right? That's how you're closing out a cycle in love. You're becoming stronger and letting source fight your battles. Let me see. I think this is it. Um, so you're building your third eye strength. This is brow chakra. So you can see it before it happens. So you're not always talking about in hindsight, I wish I had paid attention to my intuition. I wish I had left that job sooner. I wish I had left that relationship, friendship. I wish I had asked more questions. Right? If I could have, would have, should have, right? You're building your third eye strength so you can see it, right? Somebody's a seer. That's a gift that somebody had. You have a gift of seeing. You're a seer, right? And it grows stronger and stronger. It's like the light is fully illuminated in that full moon. So every day you want to start journaling. That's why Source is trying to help somebody learn how to live a softer life. Like you're wealthy. Somebody is wealthy in these. You have a lot of clairs. Like you have a lot of clarity within you. You're so tapped in. It's not even funny. I don't know who I'm talking to. You're so tapped in. It's not even funny. Um, that you know when something is about to drop, like you know when danger is near, you know when something is about to happen. And so somebody keeps not trusting their intuition and keep having to go back to, I should have listened to my first mind, I should have listened to. The source is trying to help you to learn how to listen to your intuition. So that's what the training that you're going into. You're training yourself to listen, training yourself to listen for something. When you're out earthing, grounding at the park, wherever you are, outside, let me just say you're outside, and you're with, and you're having loved ones, you're air sign, and something comes through the air for you, you hear something, you could hear a baby crying, you could hear, you're hearing noises, whatever it is, you sound like somebody is in agony or someone is in pain or something. That physically, if you're looking at something in the physical realm, you could feel like, okay, your heart may be like, okay, oh, that's, that's so sad. I wonder if, the child is okay, and you see them with their parents and you know that they're okay, they're taking care, whatever. But you're kind of wondering like, well, what was at that very moment? What was it meant for you? Why were you there at that very moment to hear that particular sound? Why were you there? Because nothing is by coincidence. Source needs you to hear things, like tune into, you have fine tuning ear. Somebody has clairaudience. You hear, when you're hearing things, it's also connecting you. This we're talking about in the spirit realm too. Not just talking about in the physical realm. When you hear something is coming through the air, like you heard somebody's hearing something. Somebody heard something in the spirit realm. So again, like I said, you're learning how to make a vision board. Here's the King of Wands here. Yeah, that someone was wearing someone else's skin. Like something for you smelled like fire. Like something was like, how can I describe this? Something was done impulsively. Um, because you and someone were in a very vulnerable space, maybe not even in the same location. You don't have to be in the same location, right? Because the person is in survival mode, and somebody could have said that somebody has your back around a predatory energy. Like usually with the King of Wands, you'll have a lion in the background. So somebody was lying behind someone's back about something, right? Um, Telling lies about somebody behind their back. Um, but you're also a prayer warrior. You being a prayer warrior. Um, let's see how I can describe this. This is not necessarily in the way that you would read King of Wands in a book if you're learning tarot. trying to help somebody understand what I'm saying in the context of this reading in the spiritual realm. Somebody was lying about who they actually were, okay, to a loved one. They were lying about what kind of work they did, what kind of position they had. Like it would be like somebody who worked with you, like a person that somebody could have said, "Oh, we work together," you know, "Oh, we work together. We used to work together, such and such," because somebody had copied so much of your information. "Oh, we work together. We this, we that," right? Um, or we're friends, or oh, I know so and so, I know this about them, I know that about them. But it was because they had already done something illegal, like breaking into your computer. They know all of this information about somebody, right? What's the other side of that? Okay. So there's a Leo involved in something, whether their sun or moon is Leo. There's a Libra involved, a Taurus, there's two Taurus involved. And I'm reading the cards through this 844. I'm reading the duality of it, and I'm reading the polarity signs of it. This and we're talking about, you're dealing with low vibrating energy that operates in the flesh, right? So some energies not only physically went to court and did something in the physical court, also in the spiritual court, they did something illegal behind your back, in the spirit realm and the physical realm behind your back. They was wearing the skin of someone else, right? And some of these energies were family members. And all of this was for financial gain. This is how easy it was for someone to overwhelm somebody for financial gain, to betray you for financial gain. So looking at your like for them to meet some complete and painful rock bottom ending that's intended for you. So again, do the mirror work. Um, Protect your energy. And meeting a complete and total painful ending, that is not always a person is physically, but their mind could be gone. Like they just seem like they don't want to get up. They don't want to get out of the bed. They could just be that depressed. They don't want to thrive. They just in survival mode. They just wake up and just like a zombie, waiting to be programmed, told what to do. They've gone through so much stuff mentally. They just in zombie land. And so source is saying to you, you're going to learn how to pay attention when everything you do is being copied. I'm talking about in the physical and in the spiritual realm. You dress a certain way, somebody else dress a certain way. You go get let's say you got a white truck, they go get a white truck, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's say you get certain bells and whistles in your truck, they go get the same bells and whistles in their truck. You know what I'm saying? If you go get a particular kind of house or car or get decorations, where they go get the same kind of everything you got, copying literally everything. To some people, something is missing when it gets to a point where it's literally copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. So something is closed out. Something is closed out. These energies are responsible for this. These energies are responsible for this is a religious organization. They are responsible for causing so much mental damage. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. And guess what? These are people who look just like you, just so we're crystal clear. So it doesn't matter what your color is that you're watching this video. These people look just like you on the outside. Ace of Cups. But they say you don't know who you are when you look in the mirror. So, but all it took was at the root, somebody offering some money. Here, hey, hey. They didn't get to the second chakra. There ain't no feelings about it. No feelings about it. Just yes. Money, yes. So that's what I'm seeing for you all. That is what I'm seeing for you all. But again, you're closing out a cycle in love. And let's see, is there any other messages, source? Any other messages? Is yeah, you poured a lot out in terms of your creativity. And so, what mindset shift do you need to attract lasting financial security? You want to ask yourself that. Mindset shift is not sharing so much of what you're creating with energies. Start listening to who are all about the physical realm. Who is all about the physical realm. Listen to when people tell you out their mouth that they are shady. You got family members that tell you, oh, they shady. They'll tell you out of their mouth that they're shady. That is when you need to exit stage left because they're being shady towards you too. Or somebody tells you whatever. We have grief. So tears are what happen when the ice in the heart melts. People cold blooded and was trying to project that lie onto you that you're all about money. So once they started all of this, people started recording and listening and watching. Well, who was really all about money? Whatever you wish. So when you lessen the importance of problems and suffering, life will swing back into balance. Stop the struggle and feel peace. The world responds to you. Yeah. Somebody needs to learn how to stop the conversation when that's all they're talking about is money. That's it. That's money. Oh, I got this. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. That's all they're talking about is, so receiving it all. You deserve to receive abundance at full capacity. Believe in your worth and trust that the universe is ready to deliver all that you desire. So open up. Yeah, money in itself is energy. You are money. Listen, you are money. Know your worth and know your value, but also pour that into your loved ones, your mom and dad if they don't know, your kids if they don't know, so that they know their worth. Because these energies, like I said, like I said before, was trying to cause you some kind of deep grief, heartbreaking grief, right? Like they had the key to you. They had the key to your happiness, your key to your life. So all you do with ease and enthusiasm is the path to your goal. Actions are secondary. Make the energy within your primary focus. Do not underestimate the little joys. That's right. So you shouldn't feel ashamed or embarrassed if you have a few nice pieces here and there. People get stuff from consignment shops all the time. They get stuff from the thrift store all the time. Everything has a name on it, right? But some people looking at the cards here, was assuming a whole lot of stuff. And these are people that you poured into, like people that you poured into. They were doing a lot of stuff behind your back. But guess what? The reason the cards have the King of Pentacles here is because you have physical evidence of what you poured into energies. You got pictures, you got videos, you got everything. Like all of this going on while you're building behind the back. These energies they're using their time to create some kind of darkness, a nightmare for you and somebody else. But how do you explain, that if whoever you are, you're such a wonderful person, this and that. But okay, now you gotta go back on what you said. Like, well, I thought this person was the devil. So they had, horns coming out the top of their head and a pitchfork in the back of their closet. Okay. Obsessed. Obsessed. Yeah. Obsessed with ending you because of what they had created. They had created so many lies. Whoever this was created so many lies about you. It's obsessed with ending you. And again, that can look like if you rolled up on somebody you dated and you saw them cheating on you, or you know, a friend, you walked up on them in the lunch or the break room at work, and they were talking about you behind your back after you shared stuff with them, or you thought, you know, maybe you dated somebody and they, you know, betrayed you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Like I said, they chose hate. You have an option to choose love, and that's what you're doing. You're choosing love. These energies were obsessed with ending you, and they stung themselves to death. But that's the nature of a Scorpio. A scorpion sting will sting itself to death. A low vibrating Scorpio. High vibrating Scorpios are not like that. But yeah, somebody was willing to sting themselves to death. A karmic couple was willing to sting themselves to death and bring a whole tower down on the whole everything, and just to cause you some kind of grief. For what? Because two energies told a lie on you about something. When they copied that's why all this water is out here. These energies copied everything. Literally copied everything. That is what I have for you all, Aquarius. Hopefully this is helpful. But again, when you're on your nature walks, wherever you go, and you hear things, sometimes source puts you right in a place at a particular time for you to hear something. Will show you certain birds, will show you certain animals. I want y'all to start practicing looking up the spiritual significance of those. A cardinal, I posted some pictures of a peacock. Some people have that energy. They just strut around like, oh, they've done something. We know how beautiful a peacock is. But when it spreads this feathers, how beautiful it is. And so when you start seeing a lot of peacocks spreading their feathers out, source could be sharing something with you. So start paying attention to how beautiful, like I said, Venus is all around us. So you want to start paying attention to, you might want to start getting out in nature a little bit more, and realizing that all Aquarius are not the same. So you're breaking yourself away from that um, until you get to know, right? So I'm talking to my high vibrating Aquarius on this channel. Again, we're talking about being enlightened. And the duality, the dual nature of things, right? But yeah, see this right here? Somebody felt like if they could call somebody else to go into zombified, whether it's in the physical realm, because energy never dies, that they would call the same for you. No, you know how to take memories with you, memories of love with you. So these energies already tried. They tried your mental health, your physical. I mean, they tried everything. Obsessed. Like I said, like they're in a trance. And whoever's at the head of all of this is the one that's putting them under a trance. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. I will see you all in the next video. But again, learn how to transmute all negativity into positivity. Return to sender. No dark magic. No, just none. No dark magic. I don't even promote that on my channel. No dark magic. This is about being in the light. Return to sender is much more effective. It's like it just goes right on past your doorpost. It doesn't even come to you. That doesn't even come across your doorstep at all. It doesn't come across you. You're not inviting that energy into your house. Those people that would like to sit around and argue, oh, I wish somebody would such and such. No, you don't. You don't even want that energy anywhere near you. So they will say that you have a spirit of rebellion. You don't want to even mix with that kind of energy, period. Nope. They've done everything they could do to create something to cause you grief to a point it stung them to death. That's what I have for you. I'll see you all in the next video.